6-hour video of someone trying to prove Azzapp wrong on VelKoz. Wait, what? What video? What are we talking about here? The 6-hour video is real? Is it good at least? I learned VelKoz to prove Azzapp wrong.
This is Azzapp right here. He's famously known for the motto "Never FF," and this champion right here, VelKoz. In case you have never played,
is it good? Should I watch this?
This very champion.
The guys have 6 hours
to play against because he does a disgusting amount of true damage, and it almost feels like there's no real counter to play against him, as he hits you with his full combo and you're dead. At least in my experience in playing League of Legends, which begs the question, why did Azzapp say this?
Given that Riot doesn't know how to buff him, I think we're gonna sit here together and we're gonna talk about different ways we could potentially buff VelKoz right now. Buff VelKoz right now. Buff VelKoz right now.
What do you mean we need?
Okay. I mean, yeah, they didn't know how to do it.
My man, VelKoz is beyond busted. Like, fundamentally, he is...
Hang on, let me just set up so YouTube can hear.
He's an AP champion. He's practically cosplaying as AP, but in all reality, most of his damage is always true damage when you're playing against this guy. Anywho, but the curiosity got the best of me, and I think I want to prove Azzapp wrong in the fact that VelKoz is OP as hell. So I went ahead and learned VelKoz in 20 matches, which I will put as a disclaimer now. Please bear with me. I am a bronze player, but sit back and
I was about to say, there's no way he's high elo with the statements he's claiming. He's bronze. I mean, other than being like extremely stupid in the intro, like I like the video premise. I like the idea, like this guy's wrong, I'm gonna learn this champ and prove wrong. Like it makes sense. It's a good premise. It's a very like interesting premise for a video, but it's immediately disqualified by the stupidity he says at the start. At least for me, you know, like maybe for like a casual viewer it could work. I would like to see this done by like a higher elo player, you know, somebody who understands the game at a deeper level. Because like right now I just immediately know the problems of this video that are gonna be. Like, it's 6-hour fucking video, and I'm not bought in. The premise is all right, but the bronze and just lack of understanding, and like he said VelKoz is broken based on the damage. Like, okay, like really, that's your qualifier for brokenness of a champion? Like, that's so stupid. Like, VelKoz is not even meta, let alone broken. Just like it's entirely brain dead. And usually when I say weak, and then like I always have to do a billion disclaimers that, well, I actually don't think VelKoz is currently weak, because VelKoz objective power is kind of all right, but I think he's fairly low impact when it comes to the solo queue experience. And I always have to do these stupid caveats just to specifically avoid this stupid problem of getting like clip champ by somebody saying like, well, how we should buff him. What do you mean buff him? Well, actually VelKoz did get buffed. I predicted the buffs that were coming, and he did get buffed because he was borderline unplayable. And I legit said what's gonna happen and why. And Riot kind of buffed him in like a weird way, not the one that I wanted, but whatever. Anyway, interesting, but not interesting enough for me to really watch it, because it's not worth the time. He lost me with that one. Somebody who watches that 6-hour video better give me a TLDR. But yeah, I think he's gonna like catch a bunch of fucking low velo players off guard with the damage, nuke him, and then be like, okay, see, I told you, VelKoz damage is busted, you know? Like, I genuinely like the video premise. I think the premise idea is really cool. I like that. It's like a very good YouTube friendly format. Good idea, you know? Like, this is like a video essay. This guy sucks. It gives you like instant stuff, you know? This guy sucks. He's wrong. This expert everybody believes is an expert is fucking wrong. I'm gonna prove it, you know? A great idea. Brilliant idea. You know, that's like what works on YouTube very well. But yeah, it's like, it's weird. Like, you're a bronze player and the initial criticism is very bad. Like, piece of advice. I don't know what the name of the person was. I hope he's watching this. For those sort of ideas, like, you gotta start off with the strongest point, or even the strongest pointees, okay? Like, you gotta open up, hang on, what's the name? Michael. Gotta open up with like a really strong point, like something that I feel legit delusional about, you know? Like something very stupid. It touched on the Never FF, which is just objectively correct, and the buffing of VelKoz and the VelKoz being weak based on the VelKoz being broken based on the damage, like really weak ass points. Gotta open up with much stronger points than that, or tease them in the future, and then like sort of unpack your video essay after that. Can't even be bronze, I guess, but like as long as the points are better. But like the knowing that somebody's like low elo, well, actually it was reverse. I knew it was low elo based on the points that he made initially, and then like he said it was low elo, which just confirms the suspicion. I don't know like how to describe it. It's like you're making a video essay critiquing somebody who's an expert in the field. Like, you're calling somebody who's like a neuroscientist or something like, oh, this guy's fucking wrong about everything in neuroscience. I know everything about the body and the mind and the chemistry of how your brain functions, and I'm gonna prove him wrong in this video. Like, okay, video is 6 hours, it's very bold, you know? But then if your next statement is like, I had biology in like elementary school, you know, like, you're kind of losing the eyeballs on that one. It doesn't really topple anything down. When's the last time you spent time or know someone spent, so what, 6-hour video on YouTube? I do that shit all the time. I watch 5-hour long videos. I don't care. I put them on two time, and it's like a nice session of 2.5 hours of me like going for a walk and doing the workout and whatever. I don't mind it 6 hours, you know? Maybe at the end he agrees with you. It could be. It would be like a funny pivot in the video. It makes sense, you know? And like, he disagrees in like a very weird way. I'm just saying, like, the hook of the video can be a lot better. And hook is the most important thing. Like, in the first minute, you gotta sell your video to the audience. You really gotta nail it down. Like, that's when people are deciding whether they want to continue listening to your video or not. Especially because it's a long video. People want to like listen to the long video. If you didn't open up with Iron Bronze, I might be more interested. That's like an accreditation qualifier, which could work on your average person. For me, like, the point was enough because I know a lot about the topic. So just knowing his point about that he decided the VelKoz is broken based on the damage, I knew he was low elo beforehand. So it's slightly different, you know. Because of the bronze thing, even if he did master VelKoz and let's say popped off into elo, like, you didn't really master champ, because the whole point of VelKoz is actually playing it versus good players. Like, it's 4 skillshare champ that like nobody plays in high elo, and that is for a reason. It's too damn inconsistent in any sort of reasonable elo, because every single ability is guesswork instead of guaranteed on a lot of champs. So like, this is the high elo, this is the high elo that you want. Guaranteed combo, almost guaranteed combo. If it lands a guaranteed combo, like, or she just outranges you, like, but she has a much easier fishing than VelKoz, for example. Guaranteed. Look at this. Like, you have 9 champs that are guaranteed. Even Ambessa is a semi-guaranteed character. Her ult is like flippy somewhat, but most of the time, like, if she's in position, she's gonna beat you. There's really not much you can mess up in, like, when you're in range. VelKoz is like the only champ here that doesn't guarantee a lot, you know? Senna would arguably, like, she could miss ult. You can even dodge her Q in a way, but yeah.